Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Governor Livingston High School. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Apologies for the late stream. Had a few network troubles here on the hill at Fry Field. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining us today for this Governor Livingston High School boys varsity lacrosse match. Governor Livingston just a few seconds ago opened up the scoring. A couple minutes in, not sure who the score was by as I was trying to fix my network. I will goal by Andrew Nappy opened the scoring for Governor Livingston, and we'll start off 1-0 here as we just passed under 9.5 minutes left in the first. Again, apologies for the late stream and the network issues. I was a bit frantic trying to solve it, but luckily didn't lose too much time. We've still got the rest of the game. I'm very out of sorts, however. Cranford manages to scoop it up. I'm still trying to get my roster. I apologize. So, forgive me if I do not know any names. Crossfield, near side, running along the numbers is number 30 with it. He'll try a pass to number 7. That'll go over his head. That'll try and be gotten by Miller, but it won't. Loose ball. It'll be picked up by number 4. Number 44. Shot on Nelson, deflected away to the left, and it'll stay Cranford ball. I should have a roster in just a second here. There we go. All right. Number 19, close side. Brendan first. Driving, looking shot. He goes shot. That goes low, and Nelson deflects it away and then manages to luckily take a bounce and stay out of the goal. GL pushing down the field. Long pass attempt there. No good. That'll be picked up by number 25. Forgot I had two rosters, sorry. Number 25, that was Ryan Cottam. It'll end up with the X-Man, number 35, Will Sicoli. He'll go out to 29, who I don't have a number for. It'll be with Nappy. Nappy driving down the middle of the field on the 30. Driving, looking shot. He'll pull it out, and he'll go behind goal. He'll dump to 35, and Cottam won't be able to handle the pass. He'll eventually scoop it up around the 40, close side. He'll move into the middle, being checked by number 2, Jack Corcoran from Cranford. He'll go out. It'll end up with Novotny, number 52. He'll be far side numbers near the 30. He'll pass back across the field to Nappy near the 30. And he'll go down to Cottam. Cottam will go behind goal to number 9, McCrae. McCrae, the leading goal scorer for this Governor Livingston team. McCrae looking for a pass. He'll be stick checked by 99. Shot here, top corner, and goal! Governor Livingston High School opens the scoring 2-0 with a goal from Andrew Nappy and Scott McCrae. Absolutely beautiful work there by Scott McCrae. Just placed that one perfectly top left corner. You can't critique it. So we'll see a face-off here. For GL, it'll be number 21, Sear Ryan III, or as everyone else will call him, Trip. And Cranford will not win the face-off yet. Battle for the ball here. Almost taken by Caleb Leong, but not quite. Still on the ground, and it'll finally be scooped up by Ryan Cottam, only to be checked and knocked away again. Still battling. Near side, near the 20. Huge scrum. 10 guys, 5 from each team. Nope, never mind. Not scooped up. Still taken, and it'll finally be scooped up at number 16 for Governor Livingston, Caleb Leong, and he'll go to Ryan Cottam, currently standing around the 10. Sorry, that was Will Sicoli, number 35, not number 25. Either way, it'll be with Novotny, far side near the 30. He'll shuffle up. He'll get to the 20. Making a move. Looking shot. Deflected there away by the keeper. This will be controlled by Cranford, number 2, Jack Corcoran. He'll go down to 22. Not 22, because there's no 22. Not sure who it is, but it'll end up with Will Morgan, number 27, around the 40 midfield. He'll go out to Jackson Jones. Jones, close side on the numbers. He'll go down to the corner to number 19, Brendan First. First will make a drive across the middle. He'll just dump it off to Gregson. Gregson, driving across the middle, back the other way, will get close side again. He'll jump off to number 14, Jackson Jones. Jones will go to 44, who I don't have a number for, or don't have a name for. 44, near the 30. He'll go cross field to Will Morgan. Morgan will check up to near the 20 on the far side. He's guarded by Rodano. He'll look for a shot here, over the head of Nelson, and goal. Cranford gets a response, cutting the lead down to 1. It is 2-1. A lot of early action here at Governor Livingston High School. In case you're just joining us, I'm Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining us for this Governor Livingston boys varsity lacrosse matchup between your Governor Livingston Highlanders and the Cranford Cougars. We will see yet another face-off here. Bit windy here today, hoping to not have a repeat of the last game I called where my roster flew out the window. Tripp will win the face-off, although he'll immediately dump it off to a Cranford man. I think he thought it was one of his teammates. Ethan Klepinski has the ball. He'll get it knocked out, and it'll be battled for on the ground again. Owen McGuire trying to pick it up. No success there. No one still scooped it, and it's finally taken by Reese Icklin. Icklin, standing by the 25. He'll go back to Morgan around the 35. Morgan going to number 15, Gregerson, sorry. He'll get it back. He'll go out to Otten, near side hashes. He'll go back to Morgan, who will lose the ball for a second, but maintain control. He'll pass that up to Gregerson again. Gregerson will go to X to number 44. Number 44 will go near side, near the 10, to number 19. First will get it out to Otten. Otten will get it back to Morgan. Morgan will get it back to Gregerson. Gregerson will pull out to near the 30. He'll get it to First. First driving cross field. He'll end up in the far side hashes. He'll go to X. 44. 44 will drop off back to Morgan. He'll drop this one off to midfield with Vance Otten. Otten driving, looking for a shot there. Low bouncer and goal. Vance Otten with the second goal of the game for Cranford. Face off here between Tripp and, still don't have the number 21. Sorry, RJ Schiffel. This ball is still being battled for. A lot of contentious face-offs here, and it'll finally be controlled by number 13 for Governor Livingston, Caleb Cruz. Cruz will go back to Nelson, who will put the moves on a man, and he'll dump it off to his defenseman. Long pass down the field, almost to McCrae. It'll end up with Ryan Cottom. Cottom trying to shield the ball to scoop it. No luck, and it'll be taken by number 13, Ethan McNabb, the young goalie for this Cranford team. McNabb, just a sophomore. His brother, one of the other goalies for this Cranford team. Either way, it'll be with the mystery man, number 44, around midfield by the 30. He'll go back to Morgan, near the 45, far side by the hashes. Morgan will look for a lane. He'll get up to the 35. He'll move left. Far side, he'll end up by the numbers, and he'll lose his stick and the ball. This will be scooped up by Governor Livingston. That's number 11, Owen McGuire, with the ball. The long stick midi. It'll end up with McCrae. McCrae will go back. Will go to Not sure who this is. Number 25. Shot. Goal! A solo effort by number 25. Ryan Cottom. Yeah, that is Ryan Cottom. All right. Governor Livingston retakes the lead 3-2. 3 different scorers for this GL team. A great showing of this team's offensive power. Though Governor Livingston hasn't yet marked their first win, as a matter of fact. They are 0-6. They have had some close battles, notably getting starting off with a 4-0 lead against Mendham, with which they eventually succumbed to, whom they eventually succumbed to 10-7. But GL has shown some sparks in their preseason matchups. They won 2 of 3, one of which I commentated, which you can check out on this channel after the game. But they looked pretty solid. Of course, they obviously haven't gotten off to the start they wanted, but they're hoping to pull it back still. Still got about half the season left, or just over half the season left. As we'll see more battling for the ball. Been going on the whole time. It'll be scooped up by number 44 for Cranford finally. He'll drive to around the 25 where he'll pull out. He'll go back to 28. Not 28. I can't tell if it's 29. No, that is 28. Another man I don't have a number for. Apologies. Unless that's a 30 or 48. It's not. Either way, it'll end up at X. Caleb Cruz will check him. Michael Nelson coming out of his goal. He's an aggressive goalkeeper. You'll see him come out a few times. Gregerson with the ball. He'll move around and he'll get it back to Jackson Jones. Jones driving down the middle. Shot here, bottom right. Saved by Nelson. Another bounce shot, and it'll be caught by Nelson again. Just over 30 seconds left here. Michael Nelson looking to make him something work. He'll get this to number 55, DiDonato. It'll end up with Miller, and he'll make a pass to a man who was checking out of the game. So a bit unfortunate. It'll be Cranford ball with 17 seconds left on the clock. It'll start off with number 27, Will Morgan. Morgan moving into the middle around the 40-yard line. Pressing up. His team counting down. Shot here, bouncer, and deflected and taken by Nelson. So at the end of this first quarter, your Governor Livingston Highlanders will have a 1-point lead over the over the Cranford Cougars here at Fry Field on the Hill. The score is 3-2. I'm Nathan Philbrick. Give me a second to get myself together because I'm still a mess. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me here on the Governor Livingston High School YouTube channel today as we watch this Governor Livingston High School boys varsity lacrosse match versus the Cranford Cougars. We're going into the second quarter here as Governor Livingston leads 3-2. GL has had some good openings for their games, of which they have won none. They're 0-6. They've had some good openings, but it's usually after the first quarter or halftime where they start to break down and you see those losses come in. So we'll see if they can make something work, as we'll have a timeout here from the Highlanders just 20 seconds into this second quarter. Correction. Not sure what this timeout's about. Likely for head coach Michael Provenzano to talk to his offense and try and make sure they're setting up correctly. Maybe a bit more motivational speaking. Maybe he didn't say everything he wanted to at halftime. Who knows? I'm not down there to listen. It appears I still had 3-1 on my scoreboard. Apologies. The score is 3-2. Again, apologies for the late start for those of you who were waiting for the stream at 4 p.m. I had a few network issues, did not know, or my computer did not connect to the Wi-Fi automatically, had to call up Mr. Voorhees, the advisor for Governor Livingston High School Television, and he told me the network and password, so thank you to him, as always. As we'll see a real restart here with Caleb Leong for the Governor Livingston Highlanders. He'll pass this one down to the right side corner. The field sides have switched, by the way. Governor Livingston now going left to right. Leong, shot low. That'll be taken by Ethan McNabb, the sophomore goalie for this Cranford team. Number 28, another unknown man, along with 44, will advance it. That a bad pass there, and it'll be scooped up by Matt Miller. Miller looking to take it up across midfield. A huge check on number 22. Who's another man I don't have on my roster. This Cranford roster has been a complete. Scott McCrae! Well, I'm yapping on. Scott McCrae going low there and netting his second goal of the game, as Governor Livingston takes a 2-point lead, 4-2. Apologies, I believe we just had another network issue with my Wi-Fi temporarily disconnecting. And my roster is trying to fly out the window. Not letting that happen again. Anyways, play will restart here. Face-off will be won by Governor Livingston. Driving down the field with it for GL is, not sure who, number 29. Ryan Benza. I have him as 28 on my roster. I'll have to fix that. Not sure what happened there as I was fixing my roster. Apologies.
Yeah, I just missed the pass for Cranford.
My network is lagging. Are you serious? Apologies. The network here seems to be a bit unstable today, and it's lagging again. Something's got to happen. Either way, there's a goal from Governor Livingston. Waved off, unfortunately. That was number 16, Caleb Leong, with the goal. Would have been his second of the game, but it'll get waved off as he was in the crease. Man down here, center of the field for Governor Livingston. Not sure who it is, can't see his number, but we'll take a temporary break in play. Again, while the network is stable for right now, we are having some network issues. Not much I can do about it. What is happening? That'll be Caleb Leong coming off the field. He was the injured man, so almost netted a goal and then almost got injured. So probably not quite what he wanted to happen. Either way, we'll see a restart in play here with the Cougars. It'll be far side near the 40 with number 27, Morgan. Morgan will go down to, I believe that was number 15, Gregerson. Gregerson will go to X. He'll get it back. It was not Gregerson. Gregerson is at X. He was just the man who passed the ball out. Morgan will get it back, and he'll go off to Hoffler, number 11. Hoffler making a move right with the screen set by Morgan. He'll go back to Gregerson. Gregerson will get it to number 44. Shot here by number 19, Reese Icklin, and that'll be the third goal of the game for the Cranford Cougars, making the score 4-3. In case I haven't mentioned it already, Governor Livingston going left to right in their red home jerseys. Cranford in their white jerseys, going right to left. We are in the second quarter currently. 9:36 left in the second period. Scores 4-3 in favor of the Highlanders. Appears to be some issue taken with the ball by the referees. And the ref will make Michael Nelson, the GL goalkeeper, get another one. And one will be rolled out anyways, so he'll go back to his net without having picked up the ball. Get a false start here by Governor Livingston, and this will go in favor of Cranford. So Cranford will win that face-off. And we'll restart as the ref blows his whistle. Not a lot of whistles in this match, surprisingly. As we'll see Vince Auden with the ball. Auden having the second tying goal there in the... having had the second goal for this Cranford Cougars, which tied the score up at the time, 2-2 in the first period. Either way, it'll end up with Morgan. Morgan will go back to Auden. Auden will drive left. He'll go to X to number 15, Gregerson. It'll end up with number 44 again. He'll try and go bounce shot, no good. And it'll stay with Cranford. Just under 9 minutes here in the second quarter. Gregerson shot there. That blocked by Nelson, and he'll get his stick over it and scoop it up. He'll pass that out right to Max DiDonato. DiDonato will go back to Nelson. Nelson will look downfield for an option. I said before that he was not a passive keeper. He does not really stay in his net. And you'll see that here as he's gone past the 50. Is he going for a goalie goal? Not sure. He'll pass it off, though, to number 25. Ryan caught him, so evidently no goalie goal for him as he'll retreat back to his net. Caught him. Trying to make something work down in that right corner. Being guarded by number 5, Mason Mannix. Caught him. Solo effort here. Bounce shot. Goal! Ryan caught him with his second goal of the game to make the score 5-3. Beautiful solo effort there from Cottam. Going from that bottom right corner, driving into the middle, and eventually putting that shot low right into the 5-hole of this Cranford keeper, Ethan McNabb. McNabb. Not quite sure how to say that. I apologize. So, 5-3 Governor Livingston. We'll see the face-off here again. This will be won by Cranford by number 15, Gregerson. Sorry, this will be 18, driving. That'll be blocked shot by Nelson. Nelson will come out of his net and eventually retreat. Sorry, it's Brennan First, who is the face-off man for this Cranford team. Or who was in the face-off there. Typically, it should be R.J. Schiffel, I believe. Either way, this ball will end up far side. Or not. It'll end up back with Jackson Jones. And he'll retreat back to number 17. Not sure who that is. I got a 16, I have an 18, and I have no 17. Either way, he'll go down to Icklin down that right side. Number 17 will get it back. He's around the 40. Checking up to the 30 on that far side. Past the 20. To the 10. He'll go around goal to X. Number 17 trying to make something work. 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Trying to make something work there. Shot across goal. That'll be deflected by Nelson, and it'll stay Cranford ball. Trying to have a little solo effort to match what Ryan Cottam did just a minute or two ago, but no luck here. It'll restart with Ryan Gregerson. Gregerson driving aggressively, looking for a shot. He'll be closely guarded. Shot there high. That'll go off the bar and out. No goal. So it'll stay 5-3. It'll be taken up here by number 20. Sorry, not number 25. Number 50. Not sure who that is. I don't have a number 50.
Bennett Gion.
Bennett Gion. which is very different from what I have on my roster, but either way, it'll end up with Novotny around the 40-yard line at midfield. Novotny will come near side. He'll go back to number 4, Nappy, in the middle. Nappy will pull it out, go back to Novotny. He'll go back to Sokoli at X. Novotny will get it back. He'll take Sokoli's spot at X. Novotny guarded by number 28. That ball will be knocked away. Scrum for it here right in front of the goal. It will be picked up by Andrew Nappy, the first goal scorer of this game. Not a lot of action for Nappy since. It'll end up with Sokoli, number 35 at X. He'll pass that out far side to McCrae, who will take his spot at X behind goal. Just under 5.5 minutes left here in the second period. 5-3 Governor Livingston. McCrae trying to make something work. Pass there to Cottam, no good. It'll roll away and eventually be picked up by Nappy around the 40-yard line, close side. Nappy will check that down to Leong, and Leong will get it to Cottam. Cottam will go back to Leong. Leong will go behind goal at X. Leong trying to make something work. He'll go to Nappy. Nappy will pass this out to number 52, Novotny. No goal. That bounce shot wide right. And it'll be picked up and stay Governor Livingston position. Under 5 minutes left here in the second. 5-3 lead Governor Livingston. I'm Nathan Filbert. Thank you for joining me here tonight or this afternoon. Shot here. No good. That'll slowly roll away, and it'll be picked up by Ryan Cottam and go out of bounds on Cranford. It'll stay Governor Livingston. The Cranford bench is up in arms about that, quite literally, as they are raising their arms. So, not much they can do, however, to convince the refs otherwise, as we'll restart play here, and Governor Livingston will have the ball. Novotny, close side by the 20. He'll go to center, and the goal. Nappy! Nappy! I said he didn't have much action. Scratch that. He'll make it 6-3 Governor Livingston. That's his second goal of the game. 6-3 here in favor of the Highlanders with 4:25 left in this first half and I suppose the second period or quarter, whichever you want to call it. Been watching a lot of hockey recently. I'm used to calling it a period, but face-off will be won by Cranford. It'll start here with Klepinski. Klepinski will go to number 27, another mystery man. Number 27 will go to Otten near midfield. Otten will go back to number 27. As he'll check up, he'll get to the 30. He'll move left into the middle. Shot here from the 25. That'll be deflected up into the air and grabbed by Nelson. Both of those actions by Nelson, I should say. He both deflected it and then caught it. He'll go to DiDonato. DiDonato trying to get it down the field. He'll get it to Gian. And number 29 is Benza?
Yeah, and then 50 is Gian.
Oh, they flipped their numbers.
I don't know what's going on, but
It appears some of the players flipped their numbers, so that was Ryan Benza there, number 29. I'll have to see where he is on my list, because he is not number 29 on my list. Ryan Benza is number 31, which means Ryan Benza is number 31 on my roster. Bennett Gian is number 28. Bennett Gian is wearing 50, and Benza is wearing 29. There is no 50 on the roster, so evidently they still had a jersey. I'm not sure if one of them ripped their jersey, if they lost it. Who knows? Either way, we've got two players with different numbers than what it says on the roster, which is confusing me just a bit. What's confusing me even more is how badly this network is buffering. I apologize for how bad the connection is here. It should be way better. We'll be getting a new press box soon. And by soon, I mean over the summer. So for football season, we should be good. Either way, there was a timeout taken by Governor Livingston. And they'll restart play with Andrew Nappy on their own 40-yard line. Or in their own half, near the 40-yard line, because I suppose this is not football. Nappy will try to bring it across midfield. He will. So the attacker press will be cut off. That ball will be checked away from him by number 28, who I don't have, again. Every time I look at my roster and I see I don't have him, oh my God. And there was Ryan Cottam getting bodied by Mason Mannix. He recovered, luckily, and Mannix passed the ball away, but not a good look there. The mystery man, number 28, will have the ball again. He'll be far side. He'll go down to the corner to, I believe, Gregerson. Either way, he'll get it. Number 11, Vince Otten will get the ball back. Sorry, that was not Gregerson. That was first. Otten will have the ball. He'll look to go back to number 17, our second mystery man. Otten will get it back on the near side hashes by the 35. He'll go back to number 17, mystery man on the far side. He's at the 30. He'll move up, shuffling in between the 20 and 25. He'll eventually go around behind goal. He's guarded by Max Riviker. Number 17, trying to make something work. He'll pull out, no shot here. He'll go to 19. That one will be low and taken by Nelson easily. Yet another save here from Michael Nelson. I don't know how many he has, but it's more than a few. It'll end up with Novotny. Novotny will press. He'll go out to McCray. McCray will take a low shot here. That one will go wide right, and it'll stay GL. You know, I'm starting to think this computer might be the problem, because we had a few network issues with it during the baseball stream. I don't want to blame my technology, but I'm not doing anything to mess up the network, so it can't be me. Either way, the ball will start with, not start here, it'll be with Novotny for now. He'll go to Leong. Leong will try and pass behind goal to either Cottam or McCray, but no good, it'll go out of bounds and luckily stay GL ball. It'll restart with McCray. McCray trying to make something work. He's looking towards goal, but he'll go across field to Novotny. Novotny near the 20. He'll look shot. He'll swim move. He'll pull out, and he'll go back to Leong. Leong faking shot there. He'll go back to Novotny near the 20. Novotny moving up to the 10. He'll go in front of goal. Attempt to pass there to Gian. Sorry. Yep, Gian, number 50. And he'll end up with Leong. Leong being pressed by number 0. Don't have a number 0 on my roster. So, yet more mysteries. Either way, Novotny will have a go here, and that one will go across goal and stay with GL. Just over 1 minute left here in the second period. 1 minute and 1 second to be exact. It is 6-3 in favor of the Highlanders. That pass out of control. Not quite sure what happened there. Either way, it'll end in GL's own half as the defense will scramble to pick it up. A battle here for the ball on the ground. That'll eventually be scooped up by number 13, Caleb Cruz, who will bring it across midfield, have his pass knocked away, and be forced to go as Ryan Cottam. Huge check there on Cottam as he had the ball. Ryan Cottam appears to be hurt. No flag on the play. Will continue. Icklin will have a shot here, and Nelson will run out of his goal to scoop it up. Absolutely insane activity here. Michael Nelson will take it across half field for the second time today, and then finally throw a pass high over the head of Andrew Nappy, which will go out of bounds as there are 6 seconds left on the clock, and Cranford will have the possession. Cottam seemed to have just had the wind absolutely knocked out of him. He was hunched over in pain for a couple seconds until he eventually hobbled off to the sideline. Still tensing up a bit there. 5 seconds left in this first half. Long shot here from Gregerson, and it'll be no good. It'll go wide left. So, Going to this halftime, Governor Livingston will have a 6-3 lead over the Cranford Cougars. I have been Nathan Philbrick. You're watching Governor Livingston High School Television. Thank you for joining us today for this Governor Livingston boys high school lacrosse match.
Jared!
Make sure to stick with us stick around for the next 10 minutes as we'll get into the third period just about then.
Jared!
Ladies and gentlemen, apologies. I was trying to troubleshoot my network issues. I hope I have solved them as of right now. Either way, we have just got started with the second half. Governor Livingston currently leads 6-3. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining me here on Governor Livingston High School Television for this Governor Livingston boys lacrosse game. Going from right to left right now, and on the defense is your Governor Livingston Highlanders in their red home jerseys, and going from left to right, the Cranford Cougars in their white jerseys. Vince Otten will have the ball here as he'll drive to the 20. He'll look for a shot on Nelson, and Nelson will save that one low. Nelson, having played pretty aggressively today, he's come out of his net quite a few times, two of which to go across midfield, which is rare, as Scott McCrae will get checked while on the ground, and it'll stay GL possession. Not a lot of whistles here in this game. We've had a pretty solid flow, as Novotny will restart us, and he'll go down to, Sicoli. Yeah, it'll end up with Nappy. Sicoli's number 35. Cottam is number 25. Every time I see a 5 as the second number, I have to check. Either way, it'll end up with Caleb Leong, number 16. He'll be far side. He'll look to make something work. He'll pull back out. He'll try and go for a pass to Nappy. No good. It'll be scooped up by Sicoli. Sicoli being checked by number 0. Number 0 will just lose his footing on the turf, and Sicoli will have to be picked up by another mystery man, our third, number 28. Number 28 will eventually switch on to Novotny, who has gotten the ball, and Novotny's pass to the far side to Leong will not be controlled well, so it'll go Cranford's way. Just over 10 minutes left here in the third period. Just 2 minutes into the second half. Still 6-3. Of course. Number 2 will bring it up. He'll go up to Jackson Jones. Jackson Jones working close side. He'll go down to Icklin. Icklin will check back out to Morgan. Morgan going crossfield to the other hash to number 17, Mystery Man. Apologies. I actually have Brendan First and Reese Icklin as number 19, meaning one of them is probably number 17. Either way, change of possession here. Governor Livingston looking to drive quickly. That ball not controlled well by Will Sicoli. Sicoli trying to look for an option. He was luckily able to get it back. He'll go out to Nappy. Nappy around the 35. He'll drive down the center. Clear shot on net, but he won't take it. He'll go out to Novotny. Novotny will go pass in front. Caught him. Goal! Ryan Cottam with his third goal of the game. He's on a hat trick. Governor Livingston not looking to back down in this second half. They've had a few rough second halves, which have led to quite a few losses for them, specifically 6 as they are 0-6. But they're not looking to take another loss. Also looking to get their first division win as both of these teams play in the NJILL Kimber division. Cranford 4-6 and 2-0 as the face-off will be won by GL, I believe, and pushing the back there. So it'll go Cranford's way. Pushing the back during that whole scrum around the 30. The GL will make their subs. There'll be a whole discussion about who has possession of the ball, and the refs will get together to have a conversation. They'll eventually decide red ball, so Governor Livingston will take it. It'll restart here with number 29, Ryan Benza. Benza checked there as the ball is knocked away from him by mystery man number 44. It'll stay on the ground. Scrum here. DiDonato will try and go high to get it, but he won't be successful. It'll end up with number 22, who I don't know. Not that I don't know. I don't have him on my roster. That is not really my fault. I probably should have gone and got a roster now that I think about it, but I prioritized making sure the stream worked, which it is not. Either way, it'll be Jackson Jones here. He'll go down to Otten. Otten will go down to first, or Ickland, not sure which. Otten will eventually go back to Morgan. Morgan will look to drive here along the 25. He'll go to X to number 44, Mystery Man. He'll get it to Gregerson. Gregerson being pressed by Miller. Gregerson looking for a pass. He'll eventually go back to Morgan. Morgan looking to make something work, putting the moves on. He'll go right. He'll end up with a 20. Shot here by Nelson, and it'll end up right in his netting for an easy save. Unfortunately, that pass will not be controlled by Bennett Gian. So bad luck there as Cranford will get yet another possession. It'll start off with Otten. Otten will look to make a move as he'll get the ball knocked away by Goen. It'll end up with Morgan. Morgan will go front side to number 14, Jackson Jones, who will net a goal. He'll cut this score down, or he'll cut the lead back down to 3, as it is 7-4. Still, GL with the lead. GL got out to an early start. Eventually got tied up at 2-2, but since then they've been slowly pulling away. Increasing the lead to 1, then to 2. It was cut back down to 1, then they got it up to 2, to 3, and then to 4. And now it's cut back down to 3. Another false start here by the Highlanders, by Tripp. Number 21, the Fogo for this Highlander team. So Cranford will get the ball. It'll end up around around the 30-yard line in the middle of the field with number 14. Jones. Jones will net another goal. The Cranford bench is absolutely elated as Jackson Jones will net yet another goal. 2 in a row for him as he cuts the lead down to 7-5. Governor Livingston still has a 2-point lead. We'll see yet another face-off here between a guy for Cranford whose number I still can't see. I believe it is... pretty sure it's number 18. That would be Andre Pereira. Either way, it'll be won by Governor Livingston. And I'm not sure what's happening here as Tripp will push the ball back into his own team's half. Oh, it appears there was some kind of foul. Either way, we'll get restarted with Ryan Benza. Benza will pull it out and go to Novotny around the 40 far side. Novotny looking to make a move in around the 25, still far side. looking to make something work. He'll go behind goal to number 9, McCray. McCray, the leading goal scorer for this team. His pass will be deflected, but it'll still be scooped up by Cottom, or not. It'll end up back with McCray. He'll be in the corner far left side. Close side on the far left. McCray looking to make something work. He'll slip. Managed to get a pass away, but it'll be way over the head of any of his teammates. And it'll be kept in the offensive half, but not for long. Cranford will get the ball. It'll be scooped up here by number 3. I'm not sure who that is. Might be Jack Corcoran or Danny DiDomenico. DiDomenico? I'm not sure. Either way, it'll end up with Jackson Jones. Jones, he'll go down to Otten. Otten will drive, looking for a shot. He'll be knocked down. No flag or foul here. Otten will get another chance, but he'll go wide right. And it'll stay Cranford ball even. Never mind, it will stay. It will go GL's way as Nelson was able to get to the ball. You can't quite see, but the track team is sitting on the hill over on the right side. Quite a lot of people over there. They're not watching the game, I don't think, but just being talked to by their coaches. But it kind of looks like they're watching the game, and it's kind of funny. Either way, Caleb Leong with the ball. He'll go cross field to Bennett Gian. Gian will go close left side on the 20. Gian will get the ball back. He's around the 35 near the close side hash. Gian will drive across the middle. He'll dump this off to Novotny, who is in the middle around the 30. Novotny will go to Ryan Cottom. Will Sicoli. Novotny will get the ball back. He's around the 35. Standing in the middle of the field. Shot here from Leong, no good. Bounce shot trying to go for that 5-hole, just couldn't get it. It'll be saved by Ethan McNabb. McNabb looking to make something work. He'll get it to number 2, which I believe is Jack Corcoran. Corcoran will be met. Trying to pull it back out. He'll eventually get it to mystery man number 17. A lot of issues with this roster here. I've got 2 double numbers with 2 number 19s and 2 number 2s. And I've got some numbers missing. Either way, Jackson Jones here with the ball, the double goal scorer from just a few minutes ago. He'll get it to number 15, Gregerson. Gregerson will net his second goal of the game. Correction, his first goal of the game. And Cranford will cut the lead down to 1. GL's had good openings in this season. 6 games, about 3 good openings to these games, and yet they've not won a single one. Are we about to see a repeat of what has happened way too many times for this Governor Livingston team? I hope not. But I'm just here to call the game. 4:43 left in the third. Still plenty of time. 7-6, 1-point lead, Governor Livingston. Face off here. This will be won by Governor Livingston. It'll be scooped up by number 11, Owen McGuire. McGuire being pressed aggressively. Cranford trying to get the ball at any cost. It'll go to Nelson. That pass stolen away by number 15, Gregerson, the goal scorer from just 20 seconds ago. Gregerson trying to make something work. Going for a solo goal. He'll be pressed, and he'll net the goal. Tie game 7-7. 4:19 left. The Cranford sideline is elated. Gregerson netting his second goal of the game. Gregerson, the leading goal scorer on this team. Surprised he didn't get on the scorecard a bit earlier, but he'll knock his season total up to 14 as the faceoff goes here, and his career total will be at not sure because it's cut off. Sorry, his career total will now be at 76, on his way to 100. Tripp here held the ball way too long and passed it away immediately. That's his second time passing the ball almost directly to Cranford. Either way, the Cougars will have it. Number 28, Mystery Man will drive. He'll be pressed up on here by McGuire. He'll dump this off to Icklin. Icklin will get it back to Otten, and Otten will get it to Gregerson. Leading goal scorer for this team. He's had 2 goals in this game. Gregerson, can he make something work? Spin move here. He was looking shot for a second, but he won't go. Still spinning, still trying for a shot. That one way wide left, and it'll stay Cranford. Nelson couldn't quite get out to the ball. And I haven't been updating the score on the scoreboard. Or I have, but the clicks haven't been going through. I was clicking it. Either way, 7-7 here. 3:15 left in this game. Cranford with the ball. Attacking. Otten dumping it off there. That pass somehow getting out of control and going out the back. So Cranford will restart from X with number 44, Mystery Man. I just got scared by a bee in front of me. He'll go to Jackson Jones. Jones will go to Otten. Otten will go right side to First or Icklin. Not sure which. I wrote Icklin down when he scored, so I'm going to stay with Icklin. Icklin putting on the spin, putting on the shot. That one knocked away by Michael Nelson. DiDonato, number 55, will have a battle for it in this close right corner. Huge scrum for the ball. DiDonato will eventually pick it up. He'll go to Nelson. Nelson will lose the ball in front of his own goal. He's lucky it wasn't stolen there as Cranford is heavily pressing. Sling across field from Matt Miller. That ball will almost go out of bounds. Luckily, Max Riviker will pick it up. That ball will be lost by Riviker out of bounds, and Cranford will get the ball. A lot of movement here on this Cranford sideline. Not a lot on GL. They seem to all be standing in absolute stoicism. The stick of number 29, Matt O'Donnell, was knocked away from him along with the ball, and there's a check in the back.
There you go.
Governor Livingston will take the ball back. A lot of substitutions going on the field here. I believe number 20, Max Roush, has just checked into the game for the first time as the Highlanders will push up with the ball. It'll be Miller. Miller will go to number 25, Cottam. Cottam will get it to Nappy. Nappy trying to make something work. Cranford defense isn't letting him. They're double teaming him. He'll go out to Benza. Benza will lose the ball. Huge scrum here and push in the back called. It'll stay GL. Or potentially a tripping. I did not see what the ref called. I just saw him point to the ground. Cranford, defenseman number 5, Mason Mannix, will have to recover his stick. Not quite sure how he lost that, but it happened. Either way, we'll get a restart here with Will Sicoli. Will Sicoli being checked multiple times by Jack Corcoran. Sicoli will eventually get it out to Nappy. Nappy working on that far side around the 15-yard line. Nappy driving. He'll go behind goal. He'll try and get it to Novotny, and luckily it didn't bounce into the goal as that pass was deflected by a Cranford defenseman. McNabb will try and bring the ball out. He'll have the ball knocked away from him, and it'll be knocked out of bounds for a GL possession. McNabb trying to recreate what Michael Nelson did, evidently not as shifty. Got the ball knocked away from him. Didn't even get past midfield. GL will have the ball here. Novotny will start with it. Novotny driving. He'll try and pass out to the middle. There's nobody there looking for the ball. Scrum for the ball around the 35, and it'll be picked up by number 7. Don't have a number for him. Evidently, their home jerseys are the one they have the numbers for on the roster. As Bennett Gion pushed in the back there, I believe, is what the ref will call. Never mind, it won't be. It'll be Cranford ball. Some kind of foul on GL, not sure. Didn't look at the ref fast enough. Either way, it'll be Morgan. Morgan trying to put the moves on McGuire. Morgan will go for a shot. That'll be easily netted by Nelson. 20 seconds left in the third. Nelson will get it out to DiDonato.
Down to 15. DiDonato will go back to Nelson. Nelson trying to show McNabb how it's done. Maybe not, as he did not get the pass off. And there's a long shot there with 5 seconds left, and it'll luckily go over the goal for Michael Nelson. We've seen him do a few acrobatics. I've seen him do a few acrobatics on the lacrosse field. The only other game, the preseason game, he had 3 diving saves in the span of about 20 seconds. It was one of the most astonishing things I think I've ever seen, and he'll hold it to wait out the rest of the third period. So, it's been 7-7 ever since Mr. Ryan Gregerson, the senior for the Cranford Cougars, tied it up about halfway through the third period. It's currently 7-7. Governor Livingston at one point held a 4-point lead, as it was 7-3 early in the third. GL breaking down quite quickly. Not that quickly, actually. Slow breakdown. We've seen it happening. Those 2 quick back-to-back goals by Gregerson were kind of just evidence of it. I'm sure Coach Michael Provenzano will have a lot to say to his team. Or maybe not a lot to say to his team. If I'm going to make a guess at what he's saying, it could be anything along the lines of, hey, get your heads back in the game because you've just lost a 4-point lead. Of course, he's probably going to say more than that, talk a little bit about strategy. Maybe offer a few more words of wisdom than my absolute cynicism I just offered. But I'm not down there on the field, so I did not hear what he said. Governor Livingston will break their huddle as Cranford stays in the huddle, and I will get a quick drink because I'm thirsty. Teams will switch sides here. Governor Livingston now going from left to right in their red jerseys. Cranford now going from right to left in their white jerseys. We'll see a meeting here between the 2 number 21s, RJ Schiffel and Tripp for Governor Livingston. Or I should say Sear Ryan III, but I'll call him Tripp just because. And evidently another false start from GL, specifically from Tripp. So, Cranford will take possession of the ball. Will Morgan will start us off around the 45-yard line. He'll check right. He's moved his way up to the 30. He'll go way back to number 17 around the 40-yard line. He'll go far side. He'll stand on the 20 far side. He'll get to the 10 far side. He'll look to go back around goal. Taking it slowly here. In no hurry. It is a tie game. We've got just about 11:30 left in this game. Now he'll speed it up a bit. Number 17. He'll try a pass out to number 14. Bounce shot there, wide left. It'll stay with Cranford. Gregerson will restart it with the blow of the ref's whistle. Gregerson putting a spin move on. Shot there. Oh! That'll be a great save by Nelson over his own head. He'll pass the ball out to someone whose number I can't see, who will be on the far side near the 20. He'll get that up to McCrae around the 10-yard line far side. McCrae will go behind goal. He'll go crossfield to Cottam on the 10-yard line close side. Cottam will go to Novotny around the 20-yard line close side near the football sideline. He'll go out to Caleb Leong. Leong will go back to Novotny. Novotny will go behind goal. He'll get it to McCrae. Him and McCrae will be behind the goal line. McCrae will get it out to number 35, Sicoli. Sicoli looked like he was going to drive there for a second, but he won't. He'll go back to McCrae behind goal at X. He'll get to Novotny. Novotny. I am losing my voice. My God. I will try to keep my voice steady, but unfortunately I've done a lot of talking today. Novotny. Wow, it's bad. Novotny will go to Cottam. Cottam. Back to Leong. Leong will get it back to Sicoli. Sicoli will go back to Leong, playing hot potato here. Leong will go behind goal. Leong driving. He looks like he's going to go for a shot. He'll get it! Never mind, did it hit the outside of the net. It'll stay in play, and that high shot way over the goal from Andrew Nappy. Got my hopes up as we have just under 10 minutes left here in the fourth period. It'll stay a 7-7 tie. I thought that Caleb Leong would get the tie-breaking goal. I was wrong. It'll be restarted here, and it'll end up with Ethan McNabb. GL hesitating to put on pressure, letting McNabb go wherever he wants. He'll pass back to his teammate, number 59, not sure who that is. Number 59 for Cranford. He'll make a move and he'll get past midfield. He'll try to go back to Morgan and he'll get it. Morgan will go to Otten. Otten around the 35, near the close side hash marks. He'll go back to Morgan, far side hash marks on the 40-yard line. Morgan will advance to the 30. He'll be met by McGuire. Morgan shot here. That one a heater, but nowhere near close to goal. It'll stay Cranford ball. It'll be restarted here with Gregerson. Gregerson trying to escape his man, Matt Miller, but Miller won't quit. It'll end up with Jackson Jones. Jones trying to make something work here around the 35. He'll go back to number 20. He'll go back to Morgan. Morgan will get to the 20. He'll have a bounce shot there. That'll hit the outside of the net. Thought it was in. Either way, Nelson will pass it out of his goal. He'll get it to Riviker. Riviker will go back to Nelson. Nelson trying to look for an option. Doesn't have one. Nelson thought he had a pass. It's an empty net. Number 44 will take a shot and he'll net. Michael Nelson. Not sure if that was a miscommunication or if he just had a lapse in mental judgment, but with 8:29 here, Cranford will take their first lead of the game. It is 7-8. It was mystery man number 44 with the goal. Governor Livingston is breaking down. The defense having a conference here. I believe Nelson, I theorize that Nelson believed he got it to Max DiDonato. However, the pass ended up being short, and it was picked up by Cranford, allowing number 44 to rifle that shot on goal and hit the back of the net without any opposition from Nelson, who kept moving down the field thinking that his pass was successful. Huge amount of chaos, and I'm doing a lot of talking. My voice doesn't sound too good. Either way, we'll see another face-off here. This one still on the ground for the scrum. That'll be thrown way behind as Danny DiDomenico will scramble for it. At least I think it's Danny DiDomenico. And that pass went absolutely nowhere. And it'll go GL's way. So GL looking to get a game-tying goal. They have not scored since Cottam netted that goal early in the third to make it 7-3 to the 4-point lead. 5-goal run here from the Cougars. Can GL end it? It'll be with Nappy. Corcoran will knock the ball out. Sorry. That's DiDomenico, I believe. That'll be knocked back to his keeper, McNabb. He'll get the pass off to number 22, who I don't have. Number 22 will go to mystery man 44. The Cougars will try and get their offense on the field, and they will. Shouldn't say try. The Cougars are getting their offense on the field, and this ball will end up with Vince Otten. Otten will drive down to the 20. Shot. That one blocked by the defenseman. Not sure which. There were two in the area. Either way, it'll be picked up by number 44. Number 14. That one blocked again. I believe that was number 22 for Governor Livingston, Nick Rodano, who took that absolute heater, I think, right to the chest, too. And correction, that was Jackson Jones on the shot. Now Gregerson netting another goal. Gregerson with a hat trick. 3 goals in the second half. He's put his career total at 77. Another step closer to the magical 100. He's got to get 23 goals in the rest of the season. Not sure if he can do it, but I'm sure he'll try. Governor Livingston is now down by 2. It is a 6-goal run. Sorry, a 5-goal run. It was a 4-goal run before. It is a 5-goal run from the Cougars, as GL will call a timeout. Michael Provenzano absolutely furious with his team, yelling at his boys to run in. I'm going to try and listen in from up here in the box. It's not going to work, but... Ladies and gentlemen, whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fry Field here on the Hill at Governor Livingston High School. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining me here today on Governor Livingston High School television on YouTube. We are currently seeing a matchup between your Governor Livingston Highlanders and the Cranford Cougars. It is currently 7-9 in favor of Cranford. Governor Livingston was up 7-3 early in the third period, and then have now allowed a 6-goal run from the Cougars unanswered. GL has to get a response here. 7 minutes and 8 seconds left in the fourth. 7 minutes until game's end. GL has to get something going. They just called a timeout and had a talk. Either way, Ryan Benza trying to make something work. He'll lose the ball around midfield. Huge scrum for it here. It'll not be scooped up yet. I'm not going to try and commentate the scrum as a man goes down and the ref will call it a push and say Cranford ball. GL, not sure if it's GL coaches or a spectator yelling about delay of game as the Cougars left the ball sitting. Unfortunately for them, it is not delay of game because the clock stopped. Either way, Ethan Klapinski will work with it here. He'll go to Jackson Jones on the 35-yard line in the middle of the field. Jones driving. That pass, unruly from Jones. And luckily Klapinski will shield for number 44, Mystery Man, as he'll pick up the ball. It'll end up back with Jones. Far side hash marks. Pulling back out from his attempt at driving to the goal. It'll be back with Klapinski. Klapinski will go to 44. 44 will go across field. He'll end up in the middle near the 30-yard line. He'll eventually end up far side by the 10-yard line. He'll go to X with number 15, Gregerson. He's got a hat trick. He's the leading goal scorer for this Cranford team. 77 goals in his career, 15 on this season. Gregerson, spin move away. Beautiful move on Miller, and home net, another goal! Gregerson with his 4th goal of the game. Cranford has absolutely flipped the script with 5:37 left in this game. GL had a 4-point lead no longer. Four of the last 5 goals have been scored by Gregerson. GL has now allowed a 7-point unanswered scoring streak from the Cougars. There's a wasp in front of me and I'm scared. Either way, that face-off will go the way. When it went for GL's way for a second, it'll be scooped back and picked up by McGuire. McGuire trying to go cross-field and escape number 26, Ethan Klapinski. That was a lot of slashing there, but no call. Flag thrown there for a hit off ball on McGuire by Klapinski. I knew eventually he'd get called for it, but GL will maintain possession, so they'll make it work. Scott McCrae driving across field. He'll try and look for something. Spin move there. He'll go front of the goal. Number 29! Ryan Benza will net a goal! GL, will we see a comeback to the comeback? Who knows? It's 8-10. Ryan Benza with his first goal of the game. Benzo, one of the guys who had a weird swapping of numbers. Either way, I will try to find the stats for Benzo. I don't have a GL stat sheet. Yep, I'm a mess. Sorry, that is his third goal of the season. He had 2 prior to this game. I've got my stat sheet, finally. So we'll see another face-off. Just under 5 minutes left here in the fourth period. 4:57. Face-off here. The ball will finally be scooped up by Tripp, a.k.a. Ryan. He'll get it out to Radano. Radano, the defenseman, will go back to Caleb Leong. Leong, he'll pass it out right to Nappy. Nappy standing on the 30, close side. He'll back off just a bit as he'll go to number 50. I had it. Oh, sorry, that's Bennett Gian. Yep. Shot here, bouncer from Leong, no good. It'll be deflected away by McNabb. It'll stay GL ball. 4:13 left in the game. The ref will blow his whistle and we'll go back into play. It'll restart with Cottom. Cottom, he'll go to Novotny. Novotny, the dual sport man. He plays hockey and lacrosse. Every coach loves a dual sport guy. Novotny, solo effort here, sidearm. That'll be deflected away and controlled by Nappy. Every coach loves a dual sport man, as I was saying. It'll end up back with Novotny. Typically dual sport guys, they have a lot of athleticism. They know how to train, they know how to work, especially a guy who can be varsity on 2 squads. Who can be on 2 varsity squads for 2 different sports. You know he knows how to train and he knows how to get good. It'll be with Leong. Leong trying to make something work. Her squeeze through 2 defenders to get off a pass. It'll end up back with Nappy, close side hash marks. He'll go 35. He'll be standing on the 25. He'll get to the 20. He'll back off. He'll be close side still. He'll get to the 15. He'll go run along the 10-yard line. He'll try and get a pass in front. She caught him, and that one will be knocked away by the Cougars. 3:10 left. Whistle blown by the ref as a timeout was taken by the Cranford Cougars. Ref. Apparently, Coach Mike Robel thought they were going to lose the ball. They didn't. But either way, the timeout was called. So 1 timeout remaining for each of these teams in this second half. Governor Livingston has 3 minutes and 5 seconds to make a comeback to the comeback. If I will remind you of what happened, Governor Livingston opened the scoring 2-0. It got tied up by Cranford after a goal by Otten to make it 2-2. Cottom took the lead 3-2. McCray made it 4-2. Icklin made it 4-3. Cottom put the lead back to 2 at 5-3. Nappy got a goal to make it 6, and Cottom got the goal to make it 7 to get that 4-point lead. That was the greatest lead Governor Livingston held in this game. Jackson Jones for Cranford nets 2 back-to-back goals to eventually get it to 7-5. Gregerson nets 2 back-to-back goals to tie it up. Number 44, the mystery man, nets the 8th goal of the game for Cranford to make it 7-8. Gregerson will net 2 more. He'll get his lead up to 10. Cranford will have a 3-point lead, their largest of the game, tying GL's largest lead. Benza, just a minute and a half ago, 2 minutes ago, will get a goal to cut the lead down to 2 for Governor Livingston at 8-2. Cranford still has the lead. I have not updated the scoreboard. My apologies. There's a lot of other sports going on for Governor Livingston at this time. GL baseball has traveled to ALJ to play there. We had 2 different girls sports matches yesterday, as we seem to have a problem restarting the game. 2 different sports matches yesterday, as with a softball and girls lacrosse game. Girls softball won 11-6 over Westfield. Girls Sorry, not girls softball. Softball won 11-6 over Westfield. Girls lacrosse won 10-9 over Millburn. Close game. Another close game here, just like that girls lacrosse game. It's 8-10. Highlanders down 2. It'll be with Jackson Jones. Jones will go behind goal. He'll slow it down a bit. Taking his time. He'll be poke checked by DiDonato. Provenzano yelling about pressure. I'm sure Cranford will try and waste the time away. Under 2:30 left to go in the game. Here's number 17, Mystery Man, with the ball. He's far side. He'll go behind goal. He's guarded by number 22 for Governor Livingston, Nick Rodano. He'll pull it back out. He'll get to the 30. He'll go back to Jackson Jones around the 35. Jones will go far side. He'll pass the 20 far side. He'll pass the 10 far side. He'll go behind goal again. Governor Livingston needs to put some pressure on as there's less than 2 minutes left. A few shouts of boring here from the stands, and I will admit it is a bit boring with no shot attempts. And eventually a call from the refs, or a whistle from the refs, to end the Cranford possession. Cranford will stay aggressive, trying to press up on McGuire. It won't work. He'll get it to Novotny. Novotny, far side, working around the 25. Novotny, rifle here to Nappy, close side hash marks. He's at the 30. He'll get down to the 20. He'll look for a pass. Nobody behind goal, nobody in his line of sight. There's a man behind goal now. It's Scott McCray. McCray at X. He'll try and make something work. 1:20 left. McCray will slip for the second time today. No foul call, even though he was checked on the ground. McCray will have a bounce shot there. No good. Another bounce shot here. That one deflected and taken by Nappy. There's a push in the back, and it'll be called by the refs with a flag. Ref has thrown the flag. We'll see if we'll get a man-up opportunity for GL. Not sure who the defender was from Cranford, but from what it looks like up to here, from what it looks like to me from up here, which is like 25 feet, maybe 50 feet, somewhere between 25 and 50 feet above the field and about 100 feet away, looked like a hands-separated check to the back, which should be a man-up situation for Governor Livingston, and it looks like it will be. Unless I can't count. Never mind. There is no man up for Governor Livingston. It is evenly matched here, 6-on-6 in the offensive half. Less than a minute left. Shot there, bouncer. That one will be grabbed by McNabb. 55 seconds. Governor Livingston has to press him. They cannot be backing off like they are. .45 seconds. Number 99 with the ball for Cranford. Not sure who that is. There was a shot there almost by Brennan First, but no good. Less than 30 left here. Governor Livingston has to do something. This team seems content to lose. There's a check by DiDonato. That'll get the ball out of the stick of number 17. Someone, Mystery Man. DiDonato will have the ball checked away from his stick. 15 seconds left. Governor Livingston has almost no chance, especially now that Jackson Jones has the ball. He's driving down far right side. He's looking to waste all the time away. 5 seconds left. And this game is basically over, and it is with the final, not whistle, with the final alarm from the scoreboard. Final score here at Governor Livingston High School is 8-10. Governor Livingston drops to 0-7, while Cranford picks up their 5th win of the season. Governor Livingston had a promising start in preseason, but they have not been able to get it done. They've done exactly what they've done in 3 other games in just this game. They get an early lead. Usually they squander it away by the halftime, but this time they kept it into the third. They had a 4-point lead in the third and eventually lost it to a 7-point unanswered run from Cranford. Final score here from Fry Field on the hill at Governor Livingston High School is 8-10. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining me on Governor Livingston High School television on YouTube. It has been a pleasure to be here. As always, thank you to Joe Voorhees for allowing me to do this and providing me the equipment to do so, as well as helping me troubleshoot some of my network issues, which I hope have gone away by now, although they probably haven't. Either way, I have been Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for watching.